Tadaima! Hey, we're homeboys. Wow. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's a Tuesday, but it feels like a Monday because I'm tired as heck. Oh my god, but I don't have classes tomorrow. Oh my god. I'm dead. Of course. Oh, you can't see me now. Whoops, the daisies. Gotta save the electricity, you know? Got some onigiri, because I love it. Eat it every day. It's part of my diet now. Today, I'm gonna try to make some sushi. Actually, try is an understatement. I have already made sushi multiple times, and hopefully today I don't mess it up again. Because last time I made sushi, it was actually pretty good. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Be right back. Alright guys, I got all my stuff right there. So the first step to making sushi is gotta get your rice and put it in the rice cooker bowl. Then you gotta rinse it, then you gotta cook it. And that takes a long time. It takes this rice cooker that we have about 47 minutes to cook. And yeah, in that time I can cut up some ingredients and get ready to make sushi out of it. That's probably enough rice, maybe a little bit more. All right. So the first thing to do is wash this. So you gotta put water in your bowl. You gotta mix that around a lot and rinse off your rice. All right, once your rice is thoroughly washed off, then you add an amount of water that's double the amount of rice that you have in your rice cooker bowl. And I like to add a little bit of seaweed into the rice cooker and cook that with the rice. I looked up a recipe for sushi rice and they said to use kombu seaweed. And this is definitely not kombu seaweed, but like, so. So now you take your rice, your water, and your seaweed, and you plop that into the rice cooker, which is right here. You put that down there, right? You close it, and you press the button. Maybe you should plug it in first, actually. That might be a good thing to do. All right, and you click this button, and you click that button. Oh, and maybe that button? Yeah, 47 minutes. Yeah. Hey guys, while I'm waiting for that rice to cook up, I just want to sit and chat. So, school's fucking hard. I have so much classwork and so much homework, and it's just, like, Japanese classes in Japan are so difficult. It feels like I was sent away to cram school or, like, boarding school for learning Japanese only. It's 6 hours and 40 minutes of Japanese classes per week, plus like an additional 4 to 5 hours of homework. So I'm just like, but my Japanese is improving, so I guess that's a thing. Last weekend, I wrote a paper that was 3 pages long, but single space. So like double space, that would be like 6, 7, 8 pages. I don't know. Really in-depth about the food in Japan. It's a very interesting topic for me, being vegan. So yeah, I wrote that. I haven't gotten my grade yet. I hope I did well. I really hope I did well, because that was my final paper for the class. Also, I took a bunch of midterms, mostly midterms in Japanese class. I had 2 midterms in my Japanese class, and both were like, okay. Of course, the class is really difficult, so the midterms were kind of meh. I mean, I still passed, of course. Yeah, that was difficult. Also, I've been hanging out with a lot of people, especially on my birthday. Check this out. See this sweatshirt right here? Boop. Uniqlo. I got it for my birthday from Toshi. He was in my last vlog. God, he's such a sweetheart. Yeah, and I love this sweatshirt, and it's awesome. Thank you, Toshi and Matsu. So, the weather in Japan is kind of chilly and kind of rainy, but there is no snow yet. And I got a notification on my phone from my home university in New York, right? So I have this thing called NP Alert, I think, and it sends me notifications whenever there's something going on campus. It's Cedric! Cedric, come be my vlog! Cedric, come be my vlog! Cedric! Cedric! Why not?
I look terrible.
What do you mean?
I overslept so bad today.
So what?
No,
Ugh.
I just need food.
Food?
Yeah.
Do you want to have some sushi? I'm making some more sushi.
No, it's okay. I wanted to make pasta.
So, I was talking before about the weather in Japan, and I got an alert from New Paltz, my home university, which pretty much says that there's a snow day, both yesterday and like there's a half day today.
Hello.
Hi, Peter. I'm vlogging. Peter, you want to say hi to the vlog?
Hi, vlog.
Yeah, I'm vlogging me playing Pokemon. I'm waiting for rice.
That's probably your best vlog idea ever.
Yeah, right? My family's gonna love it.
You seem so happy. What happened?
Actually, I'm not that happy.
What?
I'm glad that I can seem happy. I'm doing my best. You know. Ganbarimasu and all.
I'm glad you're doing your best, Peter.
I mean, this is Japan. How can you not ganbarimasu?
Exactly.
All right. Later, skater.
Later, skater. Yeah, so it's snowing in New York. And it's just kind of chilly and rainy here. That's crazy, right? Do you know what the weather's like in Switzerland?
I think today was one of the coldest nights in this year, like minus 20 degrees or something like that.
Okay. I mean, I don't know the significance of that. But like, that's pretty cool. Oh god. Alright. I'm gonna keep playing Pokemon and wait for my rice. See you guys. So when your rice cooker beeps and the thing says 0, that means your rice is done. So you gotta unplug it. Actually, that's what I do. I don't know. Cedric, you don't unplug it, do you?
I do.
Okay, yeah. I unplug it, bring it over here, put it next to the cutting board and all the food supplies, and we're ready to make sushi. All right, let's make some sushi. So, let's pop this open and look at our rice with the melted seaweed. It's like liquefied seaweed. All right, so the first thing you want to do is add your sushizu or your sushi vinegar. Right, pop this open. I'm doing this with one hand. Great. Whoa, God, that's a lot. Need a little bit more. Okay. And I always like to add some goma or sesame. Hold on, let me just pick this up real quick. Hi there. Okie dokie. I'm gonna take a little bit of that. A little bit more. Okay. Whenever you're making sushi, it's always good to have a bowl of water around because the rice is incredibly sticky and will stick to anything that's dry. So you're gonna take a spoon and to mix in the sushi vinegar, the goma, and the seaweed, you're gonna wet the spoon and you're just gonna go at it. It's steaming up my camera. Oh boy. All right, BRB. All right, once you've mixed up the rice, to keep it moist, you want to close the lid. And now I'm gonna cut up that avocado. So I'm gonna put it right there. Oh boy. Yeah, that works. Take out this avocado. I'm gonna cut it. Ooh, yeah. Oh my god, it looks so pretty. Oh yeah. All right. Actually, this avocado is so perfectly ripe that I can just peel it off without even having Just scoop it out. Oh my god. Oh my god, it looks so good. Yes. Ooh, I can do the same for this one. Just get that seed out. Cut out this little brown part. Plop that in there. I could just open this up with bare hands. Yes. By the way, if it wasn't obvious, I'm making avocado sushi. Oh my goodness. All right, let me just throw this out. All right, and now I'm gonna cut up this avocado into thin little slices that I can put into the sushi. All right, that's one half, and the other half. Perfect. Oh. All right, so now I'm gonna move this to the side, and I'm gonna break out this sushi rolling thing, which I don't really know the name for it in Japanese, but sushi rolling thing. All right, and now I'm gonna crack open this brand spanking new pack of sushi nori. Nori means seaweed, by the way. There we go. All right, and now we construct the sushi. So you take your wet spoon from this bowl over here. You can't see. There it is. All right, now I'm gonna take the rice out of the rice cooker. And I'm just gonna spread it onto the nori. Let me put this down. Gotta make sure to keep the spoon wet or else the sushi rice will stick to it. I've made that mistake. Also, same goes for whenever you're making like onigiri or anything that really has you handling rice, because it will stick to you like there's no tomorrow. All right, next up, let's lay down our avocado. Hi, I'm vlogging.
Okay.
All right, so once your sushi is done, you can start rolling it up. Now this kind of requires some effort. So I always like to fold it over and then pull this bottom part out. Oh yeah. All right, and then unroll that. And I take my finger and dip it in the water a little bit. Then I run my finger, my wet finger, along this bottom part of the sushi, or the sushi nori, and get it a little wet, and then it will stick to this half. And I roll that up and hold it there for a few seconds. And now we have some sushi. All right, so when you have all of your rolls made, it's time to cut them up. So when you're using a knife to cut up sushi rolls, you have to make sure that the knife is wet, because otherwise it'll stick to the rice in the sushi. Nice. Alright guys, so I just cleaned up a little bit and now it's time to plate the sushi. So I'm gonna just take some of these. I'm not gonna eat these all. I'll probably just pack some up and put them in a Tupperware and save them for another day. But I am kind of hungry right now, so I'm gonna eat quite a few. I'm gonna cut up some pickled ginger, which is delicious. So now, I'm gonna take a little dollop of wasabi. I really like wasabi, so I'm gonna put quite a bit right there. So take this little dish and get some soy sauce in there. And there we have completed our sushi dish. Alright guys, so that's how you make sushi. I'm probably gonna eat them all actually now that I think about it, because this is really, really good. It tastes really good. The perfect amount of wasabi. So, I ended up eating all of that sushi, and both of my onigiri and 2 bananas and a snack and some candy. I ate way too much food. Holy crap. Hey guys, since we're talking so much about food, I thought I would hit you up with a few factaroos about food in Japan. So, from 1639 to 1853, I believe, Japan had closed its borders to the rest of the world and pretty much prevented any outside influence from coming in and changing anything in Japan. During that time, Buddhism was the most popular religion, and it flourished in this bubble that Japan had put themselves in. It had become part of the government called the Tokugawa shogunate, and because one of the main teachings of Buddhism is that you shouldn't kill, it led to a law being created that banned eating meat and also killing animals for food. But in 1853, when Japan opened back up to the world, all these influences from the rest of the world poured in, and everyone else was eating meat. And also, Japan really wanted to westernize. So, just a few years later, I think 19 years later, after the Edo period was done and Emperor Meiji was enthroned, I believe it was 1871, Emperor Meiji lifted the ban on eating meat. And he celebrated that new year, 1872, by eating meat publicly. And this blew the minds of Japanese people because they all had these preconceived ideas that eating meat was wrong. But now the emperor was eating meat, and it was like, what the heck? What do we do now? Right? And now the government started to push eating meat, and also the military started pushing eating meat because they saw the Westerners as superior and stronger, and they thought it would give them an advantage in the following wars, and they eventually ended up going to war with China and Russia in the Sino-Japanese and Russo-Japanese wars, and they continued just to push eating meat. Like, that was their way of westernizing and gaining an advantage, and it was really successful. And now there's meat and other Western key ingredients in all the foods. So that's pretty much a rough summary of the paper that I wrote. That was really long, and yeah. So this video just ended up being about food. Comment down below, what's your favorite food? Hey, so since you're here, let's just learn some Japanese too. Why not? We learned about food, now we'll learn about Japanese. Alright, so the most important word for you to know if you're coming to Japan, or if you plan on traveling to Japan, regardless of your Japanese level, is sumimasen. Sumimasen. It means excuse me, it means I'm sorry. It is kind of the general way to apologize for being a burden. You can say sumimasen when you're trying to slip through a crowd of people, when you're trying to get off the train, when you're trying to get someone's attention. All around, it's an incredibly, incredibly useful word, and if you plan on coming to Japan, I 100% recommend that you learn this word. There's other words too, I mean, of course, like, you know, eki wa doku desu ka, you know, arigatou gozaimasu. But, sumimasen, really important. じゃあ、このビデオ好きだったら、like ボタンを押して登録してお願いします。ありがとうございます。次のビデオに会いましょうね。